If I just pull this forward just a little bit to about 2 or 3 p.m. today, you can see that we do expect to see supercells to pop up in western Iowa and move over towards Des Moines, where they will be able to drop, once again, significant hail. And of course, we have to worry about the damaging winds as well. And this is going to continue to push down south as we go later into the evening. Okay, you can start to see those storms popping up between Davenport and St. Louis here. Big hail, damaging winds. The tornado threat, in my opinion, is going to be pretty reserved for back here into Iowa. These first moments when these cells first start popping up, that's when the tornado threat is maximalized. Farther downstream you go, the more we're just worried about hail and wind, which that can cause big problems as well. But of course, it doesn't end there. Okay, we got our big circulating low pressure system up here. This is going to continue to churn and cause even more problems tomorrow. Look at this. Here we are at 6 a.m. Tomorrow morning. We're going to have some morning convection here from Indiana.
If he's saying hell, then I'm going to keep an eye on this weather. So it looks like I might be doing some more stuff. Who knows? I might be up all night tonight doing weather reports, so who knows? But nah. Especially watching him. Oh yeah, I uploaded some more videos. Well, there's reports, guys. I go straight to, you know what? I use Omegle. I use
Indianapolis all the way down through Paducah, Kentucky. This is going to move off to the south and east, and what's happening behind it is the atmosphere is recovering. Okay, so as these morning showers move out, the sun's going to come out, and it's going to get really hot and humid back in here. But we do have the low pressure system bringing in another shot of cold air into that warm,
charge up batteries
air.
for the camera.
And this is like the perfect recipe for a classic June severe weather setup in the Ohio Valley. Look at this, guys. Once we get to around 4 p.m., we've got 3 really interesting areas. First of all, once we get to around 4 p.m., of cold air into that warm, humid
11 a.m.
And this is like the perfect recipe for a classic June severe weather setup in the Ohio Valley. Look at this, guys. Once we get to around 4 p.m., we've got 3 really interesting areas. First of all, we've got some big storms popping up down here in northern
we got the hair
Arkansas.
Michigan.
These will have big hail
Tomorrow
and some
we'll be
tornado
busy.
with them.
Sit down.
We're going to have what's left of our morning convection continuing to cause problems, maybe even with damaging wind down here near Birmingham and Atlanta. But the most intriguing area is up here, okay? Along a boundary, we do have supercells trying to pop off here in Indiana, and maybe even some more up here in Michigan. And these will be able to maintain their discreteness enough to potentially cause problems with tornadoes up here. And look at this, guys. As we go all the way out to 10 p.m., we now are looking at a damaging wind event in Ohio. More discrete supercells trying to pop up back here around Louisville. And look at this. A giant mesoscale convective system has popped up down here in the deep south. This is the kind of day where everybody in this whole area is likely going to deal with some sort of severe weather. Maybe it's just some small hail. Maybe it's some isolated wind damage. But this is the kind of day where you get hundreds and hundreds of storm reports in. So make sure you're staying tuned. Make sure you got your severe weather plans in place. It's been a while since this part of the world has seen significant severe weather. I think we are in for it tomorrow. So just make sure you're ready. Don't be scared. Be prepared. And then even after that, it's not done, okay? Our swirling low pressure system is going to continue to chug along, and we're going to see another area of potential severe weather over here along the East Coast as we go into Monday. And this model doesn't even go out that far, so let's switch it up a little bit. Okay, so this is the NAM model, and if you look up here on the top left side of the screen, you can see those storms up in Iowa today. You can also keep up with the time and date up here. Watch what happens as I roll this forward. You can see the morning convection once again, and then of course, you do see the new storms popping
Yep.
up on Sunday, tomorrow,
All day
around
tomorrow.
6 p.m.,
We're gonna be in hell.
potentially causing isolated tornadoes, and of course, big hail and damaging winds all the way through here. A couple differences, though. We don't see the back end convection. It's not as
YouTube.
lit up as the HRRR, but this model is, a little bit more conservative in that regard. But watch what happens, okay? Our continued threat for severe weather dives down into Kentucky, through Ohio, into Tennessee, and then, of course, once we get into around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. on Monday, things calm down just a little bit. But they are going to ramp right back up again. Look at that on Monday. Look at this. Monday evening, we do have maybe a significant severe weather outbreak happening in North Carolina, Virginia, up into the Delmarva area. This is something that we have to watch very closely because, once again, this part of the country hasn't seen significant severe weather in a little bit, so we need to make sure these people are ready. Something interesting to look at here is the significant tornado parameter. So watch what happens as we get into Sunday. We see an expansive increase in favorable conditions for tornadoes, right in line where those storms are supposed to pop up around Louisville.
So I might have a tornado warning, guys.
The hot spot.
Second one
this
this
is the
year.
zone for if we're going to see tornadoes tomorrow. It's going to be somewhere in there. It's still unlikely that we see tornadoes. I mean, like, this isn't going to be some sort of widespread historic outbreak or anything, but if that does happen, I'm watching this area right here the hardest, okay? Of course, don't be scared, be prepared. Just make sure you're tuning in to my channel and your local National Weather Service, and you're going to be fine. We're going to get through this tomorrow, and the next day, it's all going to be okay. We do need to take some time to address the tropics. Once again, we got 2 tropical storms out there, Brett and Cindy. Neither of them are really doing all that great, okay? This is the latest look at Tropical Storm Brett out there. Looks like a big convective mess. We do have some